All right, you can hear me, right? Everything's cool? All right. Chef Scott Satterley, Scottatterly.
Okay, so what? Why do you think people should come sign up for culinary arts? Why do you think?
Okay, so the reason I feel students should sign up for culinary arts is because for the rest of your life, no matter what, you're going to have to feed yourself, right? I mean, unless you're a vampire, you need to eat food. And my stick is, why not learn how to make really good food? Why not learn how to make a really good sauce, a stock, a soup, how to make bread, how to make hors d'oeuvres, how to butcher chicken, how to break down fish. The staples of, feeding people. I mean, that's something it's a good goal to have, whether you're providing for yourself or for your family eventually. It's a great thing to know how to cook good food. And if you know how to cook good food, then you're never going to want for friends. Because if you know how to make some great food, you're never going to have a lonely night. So as far as this class preparing students for the future, they start off with the basics. You have to know the fundamentals. How to hold a knife, how to measure, how to follow a recipe, how to use all the equipment around the kitchen, how to set things up and break things down. Also along with the class, there's certifications. So if students take this class in their first year, they can take the ServSafe certification, which is a nationally recognized food safety program. So it's an actual college credit class that students have to take if they plan on pursuing culinary arts for their future. But the school will pay for the certification in their first or second year. So that's something that really benefits them. It'll get them hired. If you have your ServSafe certification, an employer is going to hire on the spot because it just means you're automatically food trained as a food manager. So you could work in a kitchen, restaurant setting and actually manage the food. So that's a good thing. Pro Start Year 1, Pro Start Year 2. The students come in and stay for 1 year. They'll pass their Level 1 certification. So Level 1 will get them out of certain classes at the college level. So you get out your basic classes, your fundamental classes. It'll save you some money on credits. If you take Level 1 and then your second year take your Level 2 certification, then you're going to get about 12 or 15 credits, depending on the school or the college you go to. So it gets you out of additional classes. So when you start culinary at the college level, you're steps above other students because you've already pretty much, they use the same textbook that we use here at high school. So you'll get out of those classes and you'll be ahead of other students at the college level.
And then, how long have you been doing culinary arts?
So here at Pankow, I didn't start till late in my career. So I was 32 when I first started teaching. But I've been here at Pankow for the last 17 years. This will be my 18th year at the end. So I'll be here for the 18 years.
And then, how much experience do you have in culinary arts?
So culinary arts experience. I started in kitchens when I was 13 years old. Started as a dishwasher. Anybody that's ever worked in restaurants, it's a busboy, it's a back server, it's a prep cook, it's a dishwasher. That's the beginning entry-level job. And then I tried other things. So I worked all through high school. I worked when I was in college and some factory work, and I did other things. Originally, I wanted to be a music teacher, but I kept falling back in the kitchen. I just always loved kitchens. I loved it since the first day I started when I was washing dishes, and I changed my mind. Sometimes in life, you have your plan A and your plan B, but as you get into plan A, you figure out that, man, I really think plan B was a better choice. And that's what ended up happening with me. So I went to culinary arts school here at Macomb in Macomb County. I did a year, but the chef that I was working for convinced me that if I really wanted to pursue a good education, I should just go away to school. I should go away and just focus for 2 years and get my associate's degree. So I ended up going out to the Culinary Institute in New York. So I studied out there for 2 years, got my associate's degree. When I graduated with honors, and so they hired me as a student teacher. So I became a student instructor. I taught seafood fabrication. So all I did was cut and gut and scale fish for almost 2.5 years. I worked for the college, and I taught all the students that came through the seafood program how to cook fish, how to cut and gut fish. So that was my job. I worked as a sous chef, a broiler cook, a saute cook, worked my way up and down the line. What was kind of handy coming into this job as a teacher is that I had worked in hotels, I'd worked in restaurants, I'd worked in cafeterias, I'd worked in fine dining, I'd worked in mom and pop shops, and my resume for any other career would be a mess. My resume would look awful, but as a teacher, because I was a pastry chef and I was a baker and I was a sous chef and I had worked in all these different places and done all these different jobs. When I came here to teach, I kind of know a few things. And I think for most of the chefs that I've worked for, the good professionals, you're only as good as that one thing that you cannot do. So having a background that is a mess comes in pretty handy because I can pretty much do anything in a kitchen comfortably. I may not be an expert level, but I know enough to teach it and teach it well, and that comes in real handy as an instructor.
I'm just here to check your audio, and your mics are all working, and chef looks great.
Hey,
You
woo!
look
All
fantastic.
right,
I
let's
know.
go down and check it, Mr. Kaufman. We didn't have any sound.
All right, and you do not have an extra one of these, correct? Okay, perfect. Keep it up.
All right, what else you got?
Okay. What's one thing you love about teaching culinary arts?
For me, culinary arts, one is it's a kitchen, and I love kitchens. I could work 7 days of work in kitchens. For me, it was just a favorite job, only job I'd ever want to do. But more so as a teacher, my students are all young, and I'm young at heart, and it keeps me young, and it also keeps me fresh. I mean, you guys are doing things that I never would have thought of, would be possible 30 years ago when I was in high school. So it keeps me on my toes. I have to constantly stay ahead of things because YouTube, because of the internet, because of streaming, there's all this stuff out there that students walk in the door, and if they've seen it, they want to see, do I know how to do it? So I better know how to do it. So it keeps me on my toes, keeps me fresh, keeps me young, and I just love when I take a student who has some interest but really doesn't know, comes in the class, falls in love with the program, falls in love with cooking, finds a path, finds a career, and finds a life and a pursuit for their future. That's what really makes me happy.
Okay, and last question. How would you get people that don't do culinary arts to love your class?
How would I get students that don't love culinary arts to do the class?
Yeah.
Well, it's food. The gut, right? The stomach. Because, if I can get a decent meal, if I can get a tasty snack, I'll pretty much do anything. And I've learned that as an instructor. So, even if maybe kitchens scare you or it's work, it seems like too much work or whatever, learning how to make a really good dish. Like all of us may have learned how to make something with mom or dad or grandma, that one thing that you look forward to every year, every holiday, every celebration. So that's kind of my take for this class, is there's always stuff that students would love to learn how to do. How to work with breads, how to work with chocolate, how to do fruit carving. Those things that are really super interesting, that's kind of my buy-in. So if you want to come in for these few things, but then you learn a ton more along the way, that's kind of my hook, is why not learn it all and then pick the things that you really enjoy. So that's what I feel.
So, first question is, can you say your name and spell it for us?
My name is Deshawn Brown, DESHAWN,
First question is, what have you learned from this class this year so far?
This year, I learned how to make bread better than I usually did, and I learned a lot of new recipes.
Do you see yourself doing this in the future?
Yeah, definitely. I'm planning on opening my own restaurant.
What inspired you to sign up for culinary arts?
I watched a lot of cooking shows growing up, and my mom taught me how to cook when I was young, so when I saw we had a class, I had to take it.
When did you first realize you wanted to work in the kitchen?
What was that?
When did you first realize you wanted to work in the kitchen?
Hey, does everybody have their pan on like 5 seconds?
Honestly, when I started cooking, I felt like I wanted to work. I can't hear. I'm sorry.
What type of cuisine interests you the most?
What type of food interested me the most? Like sweet foods, like donuts and stuff. That's pretty easy to make.
And then what do you hope to gain from culinary arts?
I hope to gain more knowledge when it comes to cooking, and I'm going to college after this, so yeah.
What is your favorite dish you made?
I would say my favorite dish I made was the donuts so far this year.
Okay. First, can I just get your name and spell it?
You said spell it? Lucas, Lucas, Nurjanakis, Nirganakis.
So first question
I've learned how to make chili. I've learned how to make some bread, lots of bread.
Do you see yourself getting this in the future?
Yes, in fact, I am currently looking at culinary jobs at the moment, and I think I just got one, so I will be working in the industry.
So what inspired you to sign up for culinary arts?
Could you repeat that?
What inspired you to sign up for culinary arts?
I've just always had a penchant for cooking, and I just enjoy it.
When did you first realize you were working in the kitchen?
When I first worked in the kitchen back at a little Mexican place, I saw the backs of the kitchens, and it seemed like a lot of fun, and I started looking into it from there.
And then what type of cuisine interests you most?
I definitely like Japanese cuisine. I definitely enjoy that, but I'm also a very big Italian fan. I enjoy doing a lot of that too.
What do you hope to be in culinary arts?
I hope to get a bunch of certifications so that I can jumpstart my career in the culinary field after I get out of high school.
What is your favorite dish you've made so far?
Favorite dish I've made so far is probably our
All right, so here we go. Everybody see on the TV, you got oil. Okay, so now
hash
you
browns.
just got an eyeball.
Hash browns are a lot of fun.
So you're gonna eyeball a quart of oil.
Yeah, no. This guy. He's good, isn't it? Hey, bro. I can't. So awkward, dude. Oh, dude.
Here's why you should join or let your kids join culinary arts at Frederick V. Pankow Center. And that's why you should join culinary arts. Alright. And that's why you should join culinary. And that's why. And that's why you should join culinary arts at Frederick V. Pankow Center. The only homework they give you is food recipes, and that's it.